guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Planty Pants. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I pretty much create plant videos. I am just finishing up my Plant Tour 2021 video. So if plants are your thing, please consider subscribing to my channel and give me a thumbs up. So today's video is going to be my living room plants. I have a lot of plants in my living room, as you're gonna see, and this is gonna be a longer video because I have a large living room and there's plants in every window. I have all my lights on in here today, so hopefully the lighting is gonna be good. Plus I have added lighting for the video. So without further ado, join me on my living room tour journey. All right, so this is my living room. I'm just gonna kind of give you an overview. This is one side, 2 windows, my IKEA cabinet, another window, couch, a couple of plants there. There's my sunroom and my succulent window, and then just a couple of other plants there. Pellet stove's running, it's cold, and yeah, there we have it. All right, so first of all, I guess I will start with, please forgive that light, this humongous Dracaena horn plant. This thing is so old. I don't even know where I got it, and probably I could just cut it because clearly it's, you know, but I just love how tall it is, you guys. I love how tall it is, and I don't know about you, but I just cleaned my leaves yesterday on all my plants for you. Just kidding. So when these get brown tips, let me see if I can find one that I just cut to show you what I do. Like, see this right here? I just cut them off. If you don't, I mean, I just cut them. That one actually just probably broke off, but when they start looking ratty, I just trim the edges and call it good. I'm not sure what kind of Dracaena this is, but I know that it's not a lemon lime because it's really not yellow, but this is one of my favorites. She's old and she's large. All right, over here, I have a very etiolated and sad, I think it's a red emerald. Yeah, it's a philodendron red emerald. I did have it on a moss pole, but it really wasn't liking it. So I just took it out of the moss pole today, and I am going to be, the pebbles are really just for aesthetics. I mean, she's pretty healthy, and I just cut off a piece a few months ago and actually sold it. And you know, she's growing, but she's not very happy right there. So I think I'm gonna have to move her into the sunroom where she'll get more humidity. Up here I have an enormous Hoya pubicalyx, pink silver. I mean, look how gnarly she is. And I gotta tell you the truth. The truth is, the other day, some of these vines were just so long and ridiculous. No peduncles on them, so I just cut them off. I know that people don't think that you should cut them off, but the reality is, if you're not liking the way that they look, then for heaven's sake, cut them off if there's no peduncle. I mean, look how huge that is. She needs to be repotted. And actually, if you look closely, she's in another pot in there anyways. I don't know if you can see that, but huge Hoya. Also here at the top, I have 2 cute little Christmas ornaments that my daughter made me last Christmas, not yesterday, but just a little propagating vessel that I think is so cute that my other daughter gave me. And I have some golden and neon pothos rooting in there. Cute. And then here, I just have a really nice, beautifully established Hoya Wayetii, and she has not flowered yet, but I expect her to. She's really healthy, as you can see. Boy, I hope the lighting's okay, you guys. I got all the lights on, and you can see it's snowed outside. Okay, so down here on the first shelf, I have a gorgeous Aglaonema Maria back here that I love. Look at her leaves. I mean, these, to me, I am just such a sucker for beautiful leaves, and I think these are absolutely gorgeous. And she's very happy there in this window, and I turn her around every week. Here I have just a beautiful orchid that's already done her thing this year. She has pink flowers, and I don't know how I did that, but I damaged it somehow, so I'm just leaving it alone. I think she'll be fine. Back here, I have a Syngonium white butterfly. These are actually most of my Syngoniums right here. I love Syngonium. White butterfly is not really a climber. It's more of a bush. But super pretty leaves, nice variegation. This is a healthy one. She's very happy. So Syngonium white butterfly there. Here I have a Syngonium confetti, which really wasn't doing very well at all. And then I cut it way back and put it in my IKEA cabinet. And then she came back with a vengeance. You can see how beautiful she is now. I got a little bit of stress on this leaf, but she's really doing great. She's so pretty, beautiful. Syngonium confetti. Back here, I'm not quite sure what kind of Dracaena this is, but I am struggling a little bit with it. See how beautiful the leaves are? They're really, really pretty. But what happened was, you see up here where it's got these little brown, I think it's a watering thing, but, well, it only had one top, and it literally all turned brown and looked crappy, so I cut it off, so now it has two tops. And I guess it's better, but I'm still not loving the fact that it's doing this, and I'm not really sure. I might have to start watering it with rainwater or distilled water. But anyway, it's a beautiful plant. See how pretty she is? All right, in the front here, we have another Syngonium. I'm not sure the name of this one, but I love it nonetheless. I love all Syngonium. They're just one of my favorite plants. This one is so pretty. I don't know the name of it. If you do, please let me know. Not much to say about the leaves. They're kind of, you know, here's a new one. Very light green. Super, super pretty though. And here I have my gorgeous Pothos Global Green. This I started from just like a node, you guys. A node or two. I just had to have this Pothos because look at the leaves. I am in love. Again, I have it in my chunky mix. I am in love, love, love with this plant, and it's loving this spot right here. Loving it. This is like a southwestern window. Here I have my Philodendron Micin. I bought this just not long ago, and to be honest with you, I think I'm probably gonna have to repot it. It came in this pot, and yeah, there's no drainage on the bottom of this one, but I do, when I water it, make sure that it's not sitting in water. But I feel like it's a little bit stressed right now, so I am going to be repotting it. But believe it or not, you guys, I got this at Home Depot for like 15 bucks with the pot, so score. Okay, and here I have my Fiddle leaf fig. I am happy to say that I have been able to keep it alive. Let me turn it around here for you. I've been able to keep it alive. It's a little bit stressed with this leaf, but I know that these plants are really fussy, and I am just hoping, see how pretty she is? I'm hoping that she'll just continue to grow for me. I have another one in the sunroom that I showed you recently, but let me get this out of the way. That's its newest leaf, and that looks pretty darn good to me. Okay, over here, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go down here. I've got some Sansevierias down here. In the back there, I have a beautiful Pearls and Jade Pothos. Again, another score from Home Depot, and she's pretty happy. She's pretty darn happy. I love it. I love the leaves on these. I think they're just absolutely beautiful. Look at this leaf. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, that one's beautiful. Look. All right, anyway, so here we have Sansevieria Balii. This sort of looks like one of the cylindrical ones, except that it kind of grows gnarly looking. I don't know if you can see that. they just, when they have babies, they just grow out and look really crazy, and these can really get you. So that's a really cool looking Sansevieria that I really love. This Sansevieria, I am really not sure what kind it is. If you know what kind it is, please let me know. Otherwise I would have a tag in it. And I got it really small, like at a trade group. And it's growing very nicely. I'm super happy about it. I think it's so cute. But if you know what this is, let me know. Definitely a Sansevieria. See how they're shaped? Like flat on the top and round on the bottom. Almost like a, I don't know how to describe it, but super beautiful. Back here, I have my 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 philodendron moonlight. It's doing pretty good. I think I told you before that I struggle with these. Oops, let me get that out of there. I do. I struggle, so I just moved it here recently just to see how it would do in this light. I'm moving my plants all the time, you guys. Here in the front here, I have a really cute Sansevieria Samurai. How cute is this? And that's a pretty new baby. I love this guy. Really slow growing, but she did give me a pup, so that makes me happy. And it's a dwarf samurai, I guess. Really cute. Here is a huge Christmas cactus that just finished blooming, and the blooms were magenta. That's very old. You can see how woody it is. I repotted that recently. Here is another, this is not a Sansevieria. I think it's a Haworthia, but I have no idea what kind this is either. No idea at all. Anyone knows? Drop me a comment. But I almost lost it by overwatering it. Surprise, surprise. Get out of the way. But I didn't. I stopped watering it and saved it. Oh, look, see what I mean? See? You really got to be careful, but it looks good now. Back here, I have a Syngonium Maria, which is really healthy. I just staked it up today. She's happy. I like Syngonium Maria. The leaves are, they're kind of brownish. It's kind of pretty. Here's a brand new leaf that's just starting to open up. And here we have a Sansevieria francisii. Really cute. Again, I went through this phase of being a sucker for Sansevierias. Look how beautiful this is. I just think it's a real nice, I don't know, almost like a centerpiece. Super cute. Love it. Sansevieria. What kind is it again? Oh, francisii. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back up here with my Hoyas. Now, I know that I think you guys have gotten a peek at this Hoya before. This is an enormous Hoya carrii that I've had. Look at the leaves. I mean, look at the leaves of this Hoya. And it just started, it didn't do much for a long time, and then all of a sudden it just started growing. And as you can see, I just moved it because it was just taking over. As you can see, there's one piece right here, okay? And then this piece grew, now see when the leaf, this is actually a variegated, you can't, it's kind of it's starting to revert, but when these leaves came out, they were really light in the middle. But look, it just keeps growing and growing. And then what happened was, the other day, I don't know if you can see this, but it broke. I was pretty sad about that. So I think I'll probably cut it at a better place, but it'll be all right. So there's that beautiful Hoya. Here in the front, we have a Hoya Pink Splash. I just love the leaves of these. This one doesn't grow much, but I do have, like, this is a newer leaf. It is growing. It's just a slow grower, but it's pretty. I have no peduncles on this one. This is a beautiful Hoya Australis Lisa, and she, oh my gosh, this is all new growth right here. And down here you can see, but you know, it's coming toward the season where they're going to stop doing much and just kind of take it easy. So I'm okay with that. This is another Hoya carrii that I have that's really funky looking, really funky looking, but, and I think I battled, I don't know, edema, however you say it. I got it as one little stick, and I totally need to check out the root system and see what it's doing in there because it's not growing really. So although I will say that that's kind of sort of new right there. All right, back here we have a Hoya SPUT 33, and that's exactly what I bought it as, and I just watered it. And this has not done much, but I do think it's going to be, this is green, I don't know if you can see that, but I think it's going to be doing something soon. Down here we have a Hoya retusa. Again, they don't do much, but it's alive. I pray to God that one day I'll see a little flower. You never know, right? Really pretty though. And this Hoya is another one that I bought. This is actually an obscura, and I battled with some sort of, in my Hoya video, I don't know if you watched it, it had some kind of a funky, I don't know what it is, but it's doing okay. It's just that it's not growing that much, and it really didn't this summer, so we'll see what happens in the future. This Hoya right here is a mixture that I threw in a pot, which I don't know why I do things like that, but it's a Hoya pubicalyx, obviously, plus a crimson princess. And boy, she's happy. She is happy and she is growing. Look at this. It looks like this. Yeah, here it is. This is just a pubicalyx strand, but it's growing really good. Super healthy Hoya. And over here we have a Hoya SP33 AP 1054. What does that mean? I don't know. You have to ask a Hoya expert. But I found this woman on a Facebook group who's like a Hoya queen, and I bought a bunch from her just because I just wanted a different kind and a different flower. So it's really, really beautiful, and this thing is growing really well. See? So I think one day I'm gonna have a peduncle, but I hope so anyway. This is a Hoya pubera that I bought recently. And I bought it because the leaves are really soft and furry, but I gotta be honest, I freaking killed half of it. You'll never guess how. Sure you will. I overwatered it. So now I'm just trying to get it to forgive me. It's not dead, obviously, but I certainly stunted it and made it mad at me. Please forgive me. And then here I have a beautiful Hoya multiflora. And this thing flowers every year. It's got 1, 2, 3, and this is a brand new 2 new leaves and a new peduncle this year. And this thing flowers like it's nobody's business. So beautiful. I love this plant. Every year it flowers. It was a gift from a special friend that I love with all my heart. And then this is just another orchid that flowered this year, and I just keep them because they come and flower every year, and I just think it's amazing that they do that. So there you go. All right, down here, to continue with my Hoyas. This one is a Hoya Crinkle 8. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful specimen. She's growing well in this window. Very happy, very healthy. Hoya Crinkle 8. This is a Hoya Shepherdii that I thought was a Kinchiana that I said in an earlier video, but I discovered it's a Shepherdii, which, you know, not as nice as a Kinchiana, but what do you do? And a little cute little copper antique thing that I got. This is my Hoya Chelsea, nice and healthy. She's growing really good this year. No problems there. I turn these guys around all the time, you guys, just so you know, so that they'll, what do I call it? They give me a show. That's what I call it. Broke that piece off a couple of weeks ago. Made me sad. Here we have a Hoya Purple Splash, and this one, look at the leaves. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So none of these Hoyas down here have flowered for me, except for my next one is a Hoya Bella. When I first got this, it was just 2 little strands, but as you can see, it's definitely growing. And this little piece right here isn't doing anything, but it's still alive, so I'm leaving it. And it did produce peduncles, but they died. They died the very first time that they produced peduncles, so that made me sad. But you know, it's still alive. This is a thirstier Hoya, I will say that. This one back here is a Hoya, just a regular Hoya australis, and she is just really sad looking. And to be honest with you, when I got it, it was so beautiful, and then I didn't realize that when I got it, it was just like 3 plugs, and they did not do well in those plugs. I didn't even know they were plugs, so I finally got them out of there, and I managed to save 2. Well, as you can see, the third one right here is gone, so I might as well just pull that out of there. See that? What a bummer. Anyway, so this is a Hoya australis. Not very healthy, but not dead either, so I'm keeping it. Here, I call this my Broadway Gardens Hoya, and I only call it that because it's a Hoya that I got at a greenhouse here in southern Maine called Broadway Gardens, and all it said was Hoya. So I don't know what kind it is. It looks like it might be a type of Pubicalix or you know, just like another splash. Here I have a real pretty variegated Hoya Kyrii, and that has given me that's a newer leaf right there. Really nice. I love that Hoya Kyrii, variegated. And then here I have a Hoya Crimson Queen. That leaf right there, I think I'm nervous to cut it because see, there's new growth right there. So I'm going to leave it for a while, but I will cut it eventually as it continues to grow, but it's growing pretty good. So yeah, those are my Hoyas. On this stand right here, which I did have a lot of them crawling up the wall, I have a cute little Brazil right there that I just potted up recently in a little cute pot. Here I have a Syngonium. I'm not sure what kind it is, but it just winds up the wall up to there. Pretty happy. Those are my grandkids. And then here I have a really pretty ivy, some kind of helix, I think. And then I also have a heartleaf philodendron growing out of this pot. So this, I did have a Monstera adansonii and a whole bunch of other plants growing right up this wall, but it's only going that high now, so there's that. Right here we have a Kona coffee alocasia, and this I almost lost a few times. I think it's okay right now, but well, I don't. It's touch and go with this plant. It really is. All right, up here. So here's my IKEA greenhouse cabinet. Now I'm not going to go into that because I've done my greenhouse cabinet videos. I have changed up the plant some, and I will do another video soon because I'm switching things up again. Up here we have a really beautiful soft, I don't know, I forget what it's called, but it's a Tricolor, but it's the teddy bear one, I think. It's really soft and beautiful. So that's potted up in there. It likes it right up there. Then I just have a bottle up there with let's see. Oh, I just put this Regal Shield leaf in here that broke just because it's pretty. I have that same Tricolor rooting in water right there in a bottle, and then also in that heart-shaped bottle is a nice piece of Cebu blue that I just had to cut. You can see it right here. See it right there. And of course I have my beautiful amaryllis that is just starting to open. And then back here, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a Hoya in some leca that loves it up here. And then I have another Hoya, and this one is just in moss that loves it up here. So I kind of like to put things on top of my greenhouse cabinet because I think it looks beautiful. And plus it's nice and warm up there, and they do well up there. All right. So also what you can't see behind there is a gigantic, see that pot that looks really bad? I'm not even going to show you the top, I'm too embarrassed, is my string of hearts. You can see that. Yeah. And all I do, I'm telling you, she keeps growing to the floor, and I keep cutting it off. So here's one side, but here's the amazing thing. If you just keep watching this go up, you watch this go up, You see that? First of all, this is heavy. This is not light. Look what's coming out of the pot. 2 strands. Look what's coming out of the pot on this side. 2 strands. And this is this side. Pretty crazy, right? I know. I know. Whoop. That's all right. I'll pick that up. All right. Over here, I have a beautiful Dracæna marginata. This I have cut back, as you can see, recently. Not recently. A couple years ago. And it just loves it right here on top of that speaker. Dracæna marginata. Lovely. Up here, I have a beautiful but very old and needing to be repotted heartleaf philodendron, almost like a miniature one, that my daughter gave me literally like 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, you guys. And it was just a little tiny plant. And I just moved this today. Well, it used to be, see the nail right there and the nail right there? It was all wound around the window, but I moved it and pulled some deadness off, and it definitely needs to be repotted, but there's that. Also down here, I have a sago palm, which I'm trying to keep this one alive. I had one that I killed. This is a really big one. It's super beautiful. I just love, I love that. I don't know if you would really, if that would qualify as being a codex, but I just love the way that it looks. Those are really sharp though. But I just think this is so beautiful. And I had one before that actually gave me new growth, and then I killed it. That's right, death by water. Here I have that beautiful Tridescantia that I shared in another video with the light green leaves. Oh my land! You guys, this is so beautiful to me. Look at the color. I just absolutely love it. I love it. It's just so gorgeous. So there's that. I don't know what this is even called. Oh my land, but I just love it. It's one of my favorite Tridescantias. Here I have a beautiful Kalanchoe that my daughter gave me when I was sick with COVID and had yellow flowers, but I just cut them off because it started looking yucky. So there's a pretty Kalanchoe. And then here, this is an interesting plant. This is called a lucky bean plant. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, I think I buried him. This plant came as like a bean, like this big of a bean, and it was just growing out of it. And I really don't even know what it is, but that's what it was called, and it's growing beautifully. And I've had it for years. I just think it's a cool looking plant, but that's what it was called, a lucky bean plant. If you know what it is, let me know. The real name, I mean. This is a beautiful Sansevieria robusta that I got as a little tiny, just probably about as big as this one when I got it, this one here, this pup. And it grew to be about as big as the plant, and that's this plant right here, the main plant, and then it did nothing. And then all of a sudden, a few months ago, it threw out a bunch of pops. Look at them all. I'm so happy. Aren't they beautiful? I love, look at the variegate, look at the leaves. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? There it is. All right, this is just a cute little coffee cup and saucer that I got with 2 little teeny different kinds of Tridescantia that I'm trying to root. I don't have this kind, so they're just sitting in water there. And here I have that full main plant of the Tridescantia that has the really beautiful furry leaves. And as you can see, she's winding all around. And I think I told you in one of my last videos, Tridescantias like to be, rather than hanging down, they like to be just horizontal. So I'm trying to keep them horizontal as opposed to just dangling, so I don't have them hanging anymore, really. All right, so back here, I have a really pitiful Tridescantia. That one's probably on its way out. I'm just about ready to give up on them. Here's a beautiful neon philodendron, real pretty, growing very well right here. That's a new leaf right there. Here I have in the back, I have a Chinese evergreen. Again, these leaves, I'm just a sucker for the leaves. I think it's really pretty. Doing really great right there. And then here in the front, I have, I'll put it back, I just repotted this. It's a little baby white butterfly Syngonium that I potted up. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I love Syngonium. Back here, I don't know if you remember my video from my Tricolor. These are the pieces that I tried to save. And today when I watered my plants, there were 4 of them that were dead. As you can see, like right here, see this? This is just a dead, you know, I pulled 4 of those out today. So it's growing, so I'm not going to complain. It doesn't look beautiful, but it's growing. And then here I have my beautiful Triostar. Which one? Stromath Triostar. And what I love about this are the purple on the underside. Gorgeous, gorgeous plants. All right, so there's that shelf. And then over here, we have my struggling, but I'm not giving up on it. Oh my goodness, it's an alocasia mojito. I don't know, maybe, and this is just a big maybe, but maybe every time you get a new leaf, like you see there's another one coming here. See it? Maybe you lose one every time, because that's what seems to happen every single time I lose a leaf, and it's really not very beautiful. So I don't know how much longer this plant is going to live, to be honest with you. I hope it lives longer, but it doesn't look great. It doesn't. All right. So over here, I have a beautiful bromeliad that I actually, this main plant, the mama plant, I transplanted from a pup, and she flowered, and then she has given me 2 pups since then. You see she has 2 pups. These pups are ready to go. You're supposed to cut them when they're 1/3 the size of mama, and I have not done that, but I need to do that. And then they'll be their own beautiful mama plant and flower on their own. But super beautiful. I love bromeliads. I love the flowers. These flowers are pink and purple, gorgeous, like those spike ones. Really, really pretty. Over here, I have my beautiful variegated Shelving, aka umbrella tree, that my son gave me that I absolutely love. He gave it to me years ago, and I almost lost it due to scale. However, I put it outside one summer and prayed, and I saved it. I didn't even treat it. I just put it outside and kind of forgot about it. And I never ever do that. I know that I've told you guys I don't put my plants outside. So, but it's beautiful, and it reminds me of him. Here's a beautiful moonshine or moonlight Sansevieria. Again, this is like all new growth. That piece, super beautiful plant. Love it. She likes it right there in that spot. Over here we have a milk plant. Really healthy. Let me move this. Really healthy plant and a really cool vintage copper pot. Really it's in that pot just so that it won't fall over. But she's really healthy, and she's grown a lot right there. And here, of course, we have my ponytail palm, which I've also had for years. And what happened with this was that I forgot about it one time and didn't turn it around, and like half of it died, like one whole side of it died back here. So I just pulled all of these off to make it look even, and it came back. But you know, they do die every now and again, but look, it came back beautifully. Robustly, I might say. Right, so up here I have a beautiful golden pothos and a really cool hanging pot that I got at an antique store. This is just, I just love pothos. They just make a window look beautiful, in my opinion. So as you can see, let me just show you real quickly again. I don't have any curtains. My plants are my curtains. No curtains here. So, anywhere in my house actually. So, that's what I use. So, on this shelf, now this again is my my sunny side of the house. So these are going to be succulents. This is a beautiful Huernia. This one's called a Leindertzier. This has never flowered, ever. So I don't even know what it looks like, but you can see it's super healthy here. And actually, I just cut a big giant piece off of this and shared it with a friend. A friend at work. I don't even know if you can tell where I cut it. I mean, a huge piece. Where did I do that? Oh, right there. See it right there? Huge piece. Anyway. All right, here is a type of Ripsalis. I'm not sure what kind, and actually I got it as a little tiny baby, but I just love the way that it's growing now. I just love Ripsalis. I love succulents. So I don't think it's flowered yet, but when it does, it's going to flower like on these little things right here, probably little cute yellow flowers. Back here, I have another type of Ripsalis that I've had for years, and I don't even know what kind it is. It looks like a cactus, and those are definitely thorns. However, it's not a cactus. I'm pretty sure it's a Ripsalis when I bought it, but I love the way that it looks. Definitely a succulent. And, oh, that's interesting. What's that right there? See that? It's kind of clear stuff. Huh, I don't know. All right, so here we have a tiger aloe. Just a little baby that I potted up. I'll probably give it away as a gift. Right here we have a gorgeous ogre ear, which I just gave a bath yesterday because she needed to be dusted, and that's the easiest way to dust them. With a little, burro's tail that I threw in the bottom. Anyway, these are beautiful, and they really do look like ogre ears, right? How cute is that? I love that plant. It's so beautiful. I love it. Here I have a piece of a satin pothos, and this was given to me by a friend. And if you look at it, what it actually is a diffuser thing. You're supposed to put a little wick and oil in it and have it go out that hole. But she put a plant in it and gave it to me, so I just followed suit and am doing the same thing. I think it's beautiful. I love it. Here we have I forget the name of it, but I'll put it down below for you guys. Some kind of star. Star is in the name. I think it's a type of, oh my goodness, I don't know, bromeliad maybe? Here's a copper spoon. And yesterday, I told you yesterday I was cleaning my leaves. Don't clean copper spoon leaves. Look what I did to it. See that? It made me really sad. Anyway, but I love those. Look how beautiful that plant is. Isn't that really, really cool? And it feels like leather. Okay, so here I have a type of kalanchoe. I'm not sure what kind, but it's one of my favorite kinds because it's just so beautiful and soft and furry and easy to grow. And they make me happy when skies are gray. Kalanchoe. Here is that Sansevieria calicar, I think it's called. This thing is monster. Look at it. It's beautiful. I love it. All right, down here I have another type of Huernia. I don't know what kind, but that again has never flowered, but it's beautiful. Will fall over if it's not in that heavy pot. Here I have a gorgeous Echeveria. It's called Orion. This is not flowered yet. I've only had it for like a little over a year, but it's super beautiful. This right here, believe it or not, it was a black prince, and it's super etiolated, but it continues to grow, and I'm not going to cut it off and start it over again until I absolutely have to. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. I just love the way it looks. This right here is, I'm not going to remember the name, but I will put it down below for you. It's a big, huge one. I think I showed you a smaller one that I have. The smaller ones came from this big, giant one. It's a type of cissus, I think. Oh, I can't remember, but I'll let you know what it is. Back here is a gorgeous aloe hybrid that my daughter gave me years ago, and it's a slow grower, but it's growing, and it looks great, and I love it. And it's almost like blue. It's real pretty. Right here is another type of Ripsalis that looks like a cactus, but it flowers, little white flowers at the tips. Beautiful. Makes me feel good when it flowers, like I'm doing something right. Back here is some other type of hybrid of aloe that I got. Look how beautiful that is. I don't know if you can see that, but this is all textured. and it's really, really pretty, and it flowered this year. You see the little stem right there? It's still there. I just cut it off recently. And back here, I'm not sure what this is, and honestly, I struggle with it. It's kind of cool looking, but I think it's some sort of an aloe hybrid. It keeps making babies, and I keep pulling them off. Here is another beautiful Ripsalis that I have that I absolutely love, that flowers every year. Look how beautiful this is. So pretty. Yellow flowers. Grows great right here. Isn't that cool? I think it's called, is it called skeleton bones or something like that? Really neat. Really, really neat. And then there's my ice plant. This I fell in love with, and I don't water it until it starts getting wrinkly, and then I water it. And I think it's beautiful. And here I have my Ficus Tainiki, which is struggling a little bit. I cut the top off because I wanted to see if I could get it, because I was watching a video about how to get them to, how to propagate them. I cut the top off, and I'm rooting the leaves, and I'm rooting different sections, but I wanted it to bloom out, and I'm hoping that it's gonna do more than just that, because the video that I saw, it kind of did it at other areas where their leaves are coming out, but I'm not seeing that yet. And I think I'm gonna have to cut this one off. Probably I will, just to stimulate growth, because I don't know what that is, but it's not anything viable. So yeah, I got this for obvious reasons. This is for the leaves. The leaves are beautiful, and I love them. Love them. Really, really, really beautiful leaves, right? Yeah. All right, and then last but not least is my really old, tired Dieffenbachia, just the regular kind. You can see that I've cut this off before. And what's not to love about the Dieffenbachia leaves? Seriously, I think, look at this one. I got a new one coming in both of them, but they just bring me joy. Their leaves are big and beautiful. They can be temperamental, but you don't water them much at all. I water this guy not even once a month. Not even once a month. So it looks really cute right there. So this is how my living room looks, you guys. This is what I have. This is what I wanted to share with you. And I'm so glad that I did. So there you have it. My living room, Saco, Maine, Planty Pants, 2021. I hope that y'all had a great Christmas yesterday, and that you have a wonderful and safe New Year's celebration next week. I will be doing another video. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. That's it. Now I think you've seen all the plants in my house, except for my bedroom, and there aren't that many in there, but you know, it's my room. I had to clean. I had to make this room. I had to take things out of this room so you guys would, so it doesn't look so lived in just for this video. Anyway, full disclosure. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and liking. And I hope y'all have just a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, God bless you.